Hi, my name is Kathy, and we're going to start with a morning wake up. Maybe you just rolled out of bed. Maybe you're not comfortable. You can be laying down on your mat. You can be laying in your bed. And so I just want you to come into your breathing. Feel the inhale and the exhale. Maybe you come into a seated position. Maybe you put something underneath your knees. Whatever would be comfortable. And so we're just going to breathe. And notice where you're breathing. Notice if you're breathing through your chest or maybe through your belly. Feel the inhale and the exhale. I want you to take that breath all the way down to your belly. So if you're not sure what I mean, bring your hand to your belly, expand, and exhale. Just feel the inhale and the exhale. Let's bring our arms all the way up. Inhale. Big inhale. Let's take our hands behind. And if you're laying down, just bring those arms overhead. Inhale and exhale. Big inhale, gaze upward. If you're sitting, inhale up. And then bring those hands to a comfortable position, maybe palms up, palms down. And just breathing in and breathing out. And just noticing those thoughts and feelings maybe flowing through. We can't control the world, but we can control our breath. And by controlling our breath, we can control ourselves. Feeling the inhale and the exhale as we relax our forehead, relax our cheeks, relax those shoulders. Relax the abdomen, relaxing the thighs, just breathing in and breathing out, letting those thoughts just flow through our mind. We're beginning the day, and we're not worrying about our day. We're not worrying about the future or the past. We're staying in the present. We're just coming with the breath, feeling the inhale and the exhale. And when our mind wanders, we're just going to come back to that breath. Next inhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes. We're going to inhale, arms all the way up and all the way down to the mat. Inhale up, and we're going to bring the right hand to the left side, left hand behind. We're going to press in, just kind of lengthen our spine as we slowly gaze backward. Inhale, both arms all the way back up. We're going to take the hands to the other side. Right hand presses into the mat, left hand crosses to the right knee. Pressing in and lengthening. And then take the exhale back. And every exhale, take it back a little bit more. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale down. We're going to come to our hands and our knees. We're just going to warm the back up. Flat back, table position. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. And we're going to arch the back. Pulling that navel tightly into our spine, and then come back to flat back. Now let the lower belly drop down, head up to the ceiling. And then flat back, and then flow from one position to the other, just kind of loosening up that back this morning. Come back to flat back. And now take your hips from side to side, just kind of loosening up those hips. Bring the hips back to the center. We're going to take the right leg behind. So if it's uncomfortable on your knees, feel free. You can always put a towel or something underneath your knees. We're going to extend that leg back. See how it feels. Hands directly underneath your shoulders again. Gazes downward towards the mat. And if you're okay right there, and you want to extend that left arm out, extend that left arm out. Lengthening here. And then flex that foot. Pointing that toe downward. And if you'd like to, you can exhale the elbow and the knee together. So you can bring the hand together out. Exhale together. Bringing the head to that knee. And bring the hand and the knee back down to the mat. Let's drop into child, dropping our hands in front. Just breathing into that upper back. Feel the belly rise and fall on your thighs. And if this is uncomfortable, feel free. You can always put something under your head. You can sit on a towel, just so it feels more comfortable. Or you could just stay in a position like this too. All right, we're going to come back to flat back table position. We're going to take our left leg out. Again, hands directly underneath your shoulders. And if you're okay here and you want to take the hand out, otherwise you can keep that hand down. Stretch and lengthen here. And now flex that foot, pointing that toe downward. Breathing in the hand, exhale out through that foot. And if you want to work that core this morning, you can exhale the elbow and knee together. Or you can drop into child at any time. And bring your hand and your knee back down to the mat. Now we're going to curl our toes under, and we're going to lift our knees off of the mat, and we're going to come to down dog. So maybe your knees are bent, that's fine. If your legs are more straight, trying to get those heels down. Let's bend the right knee first, feeling that stretch on the left, and then alternate. Bend left knee, press right heel down. Just alternating, gently stretching, and then press both heels down. Knees can be bent. So as you press those palms in, I want you to lengthen through the shoulders. See how I'm scrunched up like this? Lengthen through the shoulders, tuck my head down, and then you want to gaze at the navel center, pulling that navel into your core again. Taking hips towards the back of the mat. And on the next exhale, we're going to walk our feet all the way up to our hands, coming to forward fold. So our arms are hanging down. Maybe you're up here, maybe you're all the way down there. Anything is good. Knees can be partway bent, knees can be straight. Just relaxing those arms. And then we're going to grab onto, if you want to, your elbows, further lengthening. Now release the hands again. Now we're going to bring our hands maybe on our ankles, maybe above your knees, wherever it's comfortable so you have a flat back. So as you're pressing into your legs, your back is flat, gaze is downward. It should feel good on your back. And then release the hands. And then we'll just kind of slowly curl that spine all the way up. And then relax those arms. Standing a moment in mountain, feet hip distance apart, relaxing the shoulders. Your feet are feeling both of them on the earth. And bring those thumbs. Bring the thumbs towards the back of the mat. And then draw those hands in towards your sides, feeling the shoulders relax. Draw your inner thighs together. Now bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to inhale up and then come all the way back to heart center. So inhaling up, bring your hands all the way back to heart center. Just following your own breath, inhaling up, opening up that chest, bringing all that positive energy in this morning. Meeting again at heart center. We're going to inhale up and then exhale down towards the mat and then towards the side, pressing again, flat back, and then exhale down and reverse swan dive, inhaling all the way back up again and meeting again at heart center. Inhale up, exhale down towards the mat. We're going to come to chair. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart center, and then we're going to take, as we sit back comfortably, sit back a little bit more. Now we're going to take the left hand, and we're going to bring the left hand to that knee. If you can bring your elbow, bring that elbow all the way to the knee as you're looking towards the side. If you want to, you can take that left arm down and take the right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Bring both hands back down. Release the hands, exhaling down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down, reverse swan dive, inhaling all the way up and meeting back at heart center. And we're going to sit back down in chair for the other side. And then we're going to take maybe our hands to our knee, maybe our elbow as we're gazing towards the side. And these twists are really good to get rid of nervous energy, beginning to start the day. And then if you want to, you can extend that one arm down, other arm up towards the ceiling. It's not, you don't have to do that. Bring both hands back down. Release the arms. Just kind of let those arms hang again. Maybe you're up here, maybe you're down there, and grab onto those elbows. Let the head go back and forth, side to side, just kind of releasing that neck. Release the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down, reverse swan dive, inhaling all the way up. Now we're going to let the right hand go down, left hand up, and then alternate. Just feeling that stretch from side to side. And then bring the hands behind. Squeeze those fingers, gaze upward. Releasing those shoulders. opening that heart center. And then exhale down. Maybe you just keep your hands on your hips. Maybe you can take those arms overhead. Release the hands. Bring them all the way back to heart center. We're inhale all the way up. And then exhale, both hands down to the mat. And we're going to take the right leg back. Runner stretch. Just stretching those hips. Bringing that leg all the way down. Gazes forward. Next inhale, we're going to take the left foot to meet the right. So bringing both legs back. So maybe you come down onto your knees. Maybe you want to do plank. If you're strong enough to do plank, draw those knees and ankles together. Pull that belly in towards your spine, drawing those elbows in. We're going to, however you want to come all the way down to the mat. And then we're just going to bring our palms down, facing. We're going to do, and we're just going to gaze forward in Sphinx pose. So the back is relaxed totally. Just breathing into that positive energy into our heart center and throat center this morning. Bring our forehead down to the mat. Now we're going to take our hands behind us. Our fingers are going to face upward. We're just going to lift. Our gaze is down towards the mat, lifting those arms up. And if you're okay there, you want to lift the legs up. Lift the legs up. Relax the arms and legs back down. We're going to bring our hands in the sides of our chest, pressing up, maybe up to a baby cobra. So bringing your hands to the mat. I want you to notice the shoulders are up towards my ears. Draw those shoulders all the way back as you gently lift. Maybe a little bit. If you want to do all the way an up dog, you can press those arms all the way up. Don't feel you have to do this. Toes are pressed on the mat and knees are off.
I started the oven.
And then curl the toes under and come back into child. Taking the spine the other direction. Feel the inhale and the exhale. Come back to table position. We're going to curl our toes under. Come to down dog, pressing those heels back. And we're going to lift that right leg up and we're just going to bring it forward. So we're going to bring the left hand over to the side, bringing the right hand to the right knee as you're gazing towards the side. And if you're okay here, you can take that arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Bring that hand all the way back down. We're going to lift that back foot up. We're going to bring our hands to that knee. And then bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling all the way up into warrior. Exhale, hands behind. Link your fingers together. Straighten that front leg, and we'll exhale forward. Now we're going to release the hands. We're going to bring the hands all the way back down to the mat. Bring that foot down. If you want to lift that back leg, you can lift that back leg. Bring that leg back down. And the front leg, we're just going to bring down at an angle. pigeon. So hands can come to the mat. You can just gaze upward, breathing in. And then exhale for forehead down, one arm on the other, bringing your forehead down to the mat. And you can always put a block underneath your hip or a towel. Next inhale, bring your hands to the mat. We're going to take the right leg back. We're going to come to down dog again, pressing those heels in, pressing the heels down towards the mat. Arms are lengthened again, drawing head down towards your navel, pressing heels back. Hips towards the back of the mat. We're going to take the left leg up. And we're going to bring it forward. And then bring that left knee down to the mat. Take the left hand on the left knee as you're looking towards the thigh. And then if you want to extend that all the way up to the ceiling. Bring that hand all the way back down to the mat. Now we're going to lift the back knee up, bringing that foot down. Bring your hands to your knee. Bring your hands to heart center. And all the way up into warrior one. Exhale, hands behind. And you could loop those hands together. You could do something different where you could fold the hands together. You could do hands down, hands up, reverse namaste. We're going to straighten that front leg. And then we're going to exhale forward. So maybe you just come down just a little bit. Maybe you come down a lot. Now we're going to release the hands. Bring both hands down to the mat. And if you want to lift that back leg up, you can lift that back leg up. Bring that back leg down. And now we're going to take that left leg down to the mat, bringing the knee down. And then if you want it easier, the leg can go more towards the back of the mat. If you want it a little bit more difficult, you can bring that leg more towards the front of the mat. Feel free on that left hip. You can put a block underneath that. You can walk the hands up. You can bring your hands all the way to your knee if you need a little bit more. Opening up your throat center and heart center. And then we're going to bring our hands down, one arm on top of the other, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Next inhale, bring your hands back. Take the left leg back. Curl the toes under. We're going to walk the feet all the way up to hands, coming to forward fold again, letting those arms hang down. Inhale, hands on your shins. Exhale down, reverse swan dive, inhaling all the way up. Let's roll those shoulders forward, roll those shoulders back. And let's take the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Just kind of squeeze all those muscles up and release and let go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. down. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhale, both hands all the way down to the mat. We're going to walk those feet back and come to sitting. And we're going to bring our hands to the sides of our mat. So we're going to press and lengthen that spine. And then bring your hands to your knees. So as you press your hands into your knees, lengthening that spine, I want you to lift those feet off of the mat. And just see how that feels. Almost go to the point where you're going to roll back. And bring those feet back down. Press the hands in. Again, so keep that spine lengthened. And then extend those legs out, maybe a couple inches. Maybe bring the hands to the side. You can always keep the hands supporting underneath on the sides if you need to keep that spine lengthened. And you can extend those legs out a little bit more. And just keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. The little doggy next door is barking away. So you can bring your hands to the sides. Bring your hands back to the center. You can bring the hands to the other side for a little bit of working those obliques. Bring your legs back down. And just curl your spine over those toes. You're going to walk the hands back. Bring your feet down to the mat. And we're going to lay here into bridge pose. So our feet are on the mat. We're going to take our hips up towards the ceiling. So drawing your chin towards your chest. Palms are down. Pressing into the arms are pressing in to lengthen you a little bit more. Getting you up a little bit higher. And slowly let each vertebrae drop all the way down to the lower back pits. And then bring your knees to your chest. Pulling tightly in. We're going to pull the right knee into our chest. We're going to extend that left leg all the way out. And then reverse. Release the right leg, extend it all the way out, and then we're going to pull the left knee into our chest. Pulling tightly in. Now we're going to take both legs all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe grab onto our ankles or the bottoms of your feet. You're going to open those hips, happy baby pose. Just open up those hips gently, pulling those knees down. Maybe it feels good to rock side to side. Release the feet. We'll bring them all the way down to the mat. Again, press palms facing down. We're going to go up into bridge pose again. This time, if you want to walk hands underneath a little bit, you can bring your hands together underneath. So it's kind of like walking onto your shoulders, coming up just a little bit higher. You don't have to do this. You could do the same thing we did, just arching up. Release the hands now, walking those shoulders back down. Slowly take each vertebrae down to the mat, to the lower back hits, and then bring your knees to your chest. Pulling tightly in, exhale, head up to your knees. Take those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, head back down, and just holding those knees, rock side to side again. you want to, you can extend one leg up to the ceiling. You can use a towel or a strap or a belt or whatever feels good. I just grabbed a towel, so you can use anything pretty much in your house. If you want to just stretch the back of the hamstring this morning, rather than use a yoga strap, you can use anything in your house. Just pulling and lengthening here, moving the leg side to side, just releasing any of the tension there. And just noticing your mind, noticing things flowing through your mind. Just let them flow in one side and out the other. We want to just feel our breath this morning. And then release that leg, extend it out, and then take the left leg up to the ceiling. And again, you can pull it in towards your chest. And I want you to notice your shoulders. Draw those shoulders down towards the mat so they're not arching up. And you can bring that leg side to side. And then bring the towel to your side. Bring your knees back to the center. We're going to take arms out to the side and take the knees to the right. So gaze is up towards the ceiling. And if it's comfortable with your neck, you can take it opposite your legs. Again, noticing your breath, taking it all the way down to the belly. Feel the inhale and the exhale. You can take that top leg out if you like. And if it's uncomfortable here, just feel free. You can grab a pillow or whatever just underneath those legs on the side. And then bring knees back to the center and then to the other side. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Gaze is up towards the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Now bring your knees back to the center. And you can keep your knees here. You can lengthen them all the way out into the mat. Arms by your sides. Just breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing your forehead. Relaxing your cheeks. Relax your jaw. Let the arms rest. Palms are facing up. Feel the peace and calm of the morning come over you. Notice where you're breathing. I want you to breathe all the way through that lower belly again, expanding like a balloon. And the exhaling, pressing that navel towards your spine. Relax the hips. Relax the thighs. Relaxing the knees and the ankles and the toes. Inhale. You can stay as long as you want in this position, or you can wiggle your fingers and toes, bend your knees, bring one arm out to the side. head towards that arm. And with your other left hand, pressing in, lengthening, coming back to comfortable sitting position. Bring your hands to your knees and inhale all the way up and exhale all the way down. Inhale up and exhale all the way down. One more time. Inhaling up, bring all that positive energy to heart center. Namaste. The light in me, greet the light in each one of you. Thanks for joining me.